Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, good morning.
It's Wednesday, August 31st. The time is 6:18 a.m. In Pahrump, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit and clear skies. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather, with a high of 109 degrees and a low of 77 degrees. By the way, there's an excessive heat warning in effect until Sunday, September 4th, 8 p.m.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, here we are. Jeff Morgan is already on board. Good morning, Jeff. And Diana is already on board. Good morning, Diana. Morning to you. Hopefully Jeannie will join because internet is supposed to be hooked up at the Oasis this morning, and I'm hoping she is not going to dash out before they get there. You give them instruction before what happened? There we are. Okay, screen freeze. You've heard of brain freeze. Okay, screen freeze. All right. So we are 1 minute, 33 seconds into it already. And let me have a sip of coffee with my boxable cup. Okay, big day. Let's see, TED Talks. The TED Talk for today, Sinek. This is the TED Talk, the TEDx talk. Oh, introduction. This is Thriving Warrior Career Services. Our goal is to empower the human spirit, picking up the ball where AFWorks, the Air Force Innovation Lab, left off, helping veterans and active duty military and other people who need help, need empowerment, need to learn how to empower the human spirit. We're here to help them. One way we do it are through these podcasts. Wait, help them what? Help them move from point A to point B, from where they are to someplace better, B for better. And one way we do it is through these daily, short, 10-minute sort of ish, not really, podcasts. Plus we're available by phone. We have a full internet course, our apprentice course on Teachable. We provide housing, clothing, training for people down in Las Vegas, in apartments we have down there, here in Pahrump, and in Amargosa Valley. So we're always on the move. Never look back. Could be gaining on you. So that's what we do. Today's talk, or today's podcast, we cover three things: the TED Talks from yesterday and tomorrow, Seth Godin, Words of Wisdom. People like us do things like that, and the motivational video. So these are all in the notes down below. Click to subscribe, click the bell so you get notification of every time we post things. We have also created a video that is intended for new people so they know what we're doing. That will be posted once it's edited, but certainly given to new people. Got a new person yesterday, Dave Marshall. So welcome, Dave. Let's see. Welcome, Dave. All right. We're now 4:27 in, and the main message is never, ever, ever quit. Never quit. No matter what, do not quit. Let's see what it says on here. Oh, yeah. It says here, oops, can't do that. That's live. So when you change, everything changes. Kind of freaky. When you change, everything changes. Let me just look at that again. That's me today. When you change, everything changes. If you don't change, nothing will change. So I hopefully will post the Winston Churchill compilation speech of never, ever, we will never surrender. Never, ever, ever surrender. Never surrender. Okay. Remember, write down the 5 things. Write down 5 things that you want today. If you don't write them down, you don't mean them seriously, nothing's going to happen. If you write them down from a neuroscience perspective, you will be priming your RAS if you actually believe it. First step, you have to believe. So once you change, everything changes. Well, in order to change, you need to have the thought, right? What to change, or you need to actually change, and you need to believe the change. One of our people, Todd, continues to talk about who's in a walker because he had a stroke. He's now getting to the point where he's walking and then he notices, hey, I don't have my walker here. When he's thinking about it, he won't get up without his walker. But if he's doing something, like has to get up in the middle of the night or whatever, somebody knocks on the door, he will revert to old habits and beliefs, which is just to get up and walk. When he's consciously thinking about things, it's, well, I can't walk unless I have my walker. What does that tell us? Our beliefs are important. So if you want to change, you have to believe it. And then once you change, everything changes. Your life sucks. You're stuck in a stage 2 tribe. Well, you will remain in that stage 2 tribe. And then as Tony Robbins says in the video, you have to make a decision. That is it. So if you want to do something, you don't procrastinate. You say, I should do this. I will do this. You make a decision and then you change. Once you make a decision that you're going to change and you do it, you will change. And then another thought from the video is the statement that hell is coming to the end of your life and then meeting the person you could have been. And that's what hell is. Meeting the person you could have been, or realizing the person you could have been. So let's fight the good fight, do what we need to do. All right, next thing, TED Talk. Okay, so this week is how do we get people in the car? How do we get people to do what we want? David Logan, really simple, 4 words. What are they? Join, tribe, nudge, forward. Just join a tribe, make it better. Have an idea. Okay, well, how do we do that? We do Seth Godin's 4-step formula. Find something to change. In other words, find something to nudge towards. Tell a compelling story. Number 3, what? Connect the true believers and, more importantly, ignore the non-true believers. Who's coming with me? And 4, lead them. Let's go. Okay. And today the discussion is going to be, Simon Sinek is going to talk about part 2, telling a compelling story, because that's the hard part. How do you tell a compelling story? And what we're going to find out from Simon Sinek is it's really simple. You don't tell people how we're going to change. You don't tell people what we're going to change. You tell people why we must change, why we're going to change, why we need to change the status quo, why we need to change. Not what, not how. So the how and the what come after you've connected the true believers. You say, we are coming with you. What do you want us to do? Let's go, whatever. The focus of today is why. Why do we need to change? So Simon Sinek breaks it down really well why we need to change. So ultimately, we're getting to the elegant equation. How do you get people to do what you want? You bond, you add value, you ask. You bond, you get them to like you. If you're in an fMRI machine and they're an fMRI machine, you have similar neural activity regarding the thing that you're focused on. Not all neural activity, not your respiration, your breathing, your comfort, all your other distractions, just on the thing that you're thinking of. So if it has to do with Dr. Pepper and you're thinking about Dr. Pepper and I'm thinking about Dr. Pepper, we're bonding when our neural activity is similar. In other words, we both like Dr. Pepper or we both hate Dr. Pepper. That's bonding. So that's what we mean. In a simple sense, bonding would be we're connected, we agree, we're bonded, we see the world the same way. So bond with people, add value, make their life better. Don't be a person that's complaining. Don't be a negative person. Show appreciation, be helpful, etc. Give them information they didn't know before. Help them accomplish things that they couldn't do on their own or that it was too hard. Make their life better. And then ask them for something in return, which good people have a duty, feel an obligation to reciprocate. Yes, okay, we've got somebody else on board. Good morning, somebody else on board. So we want to get to the elegant equation. How do we get to that? So again, David Logan, join tribe, nudge forward. If you join a tribe, you're kind of by definition bonded because those are people who see the world the way you do. Seth Godin, okay, break it down, 4 steps. And you have to tell a compelling story, which goes back to bonding. Simon Sinek, how do you tell a compelling story? You don't talk about what you're going to do. You don't talk about how you're going to do it. You talk about why you need to change the status quo. And then you simply ask, who's coming with me? And you repeat over and over. Okay, that's going to be what's in the Simon Sinek one. It's very important to watch the other videos. Now we're 12 minutes and 10 seconds in. This short thing only is designed to prime the pump to get you started. Good morning, Jeannie. Hopefully you don't have to leave early this morning as they're hooking internet up out there. I've already sent them an email asking for clarification about what time and confirmation. So if you could let me know the latest you could leave today so that I can make sure that I'm out there. Wow, what a concept. Okay, and now let's go to Seth Godin. Part 3, the advice gap. Wisdom and good advice are everywhere, now more than ever. And yet, despite the abundance that's available, people often make errors in job searches, product launches, or even planning a party. True. Cheers, Jeannie. There might be 3 reasons. 1, the advice might not be good, or it doesn't appear to be valid. It's hard to tell good advice from the not so good. So it may pay to simply ignore it. That's 1. 2, the advice might be good for someone, rock and roll quotes, but it's easy to imagine that it doesn't apply to us. After all, the advice giver hardly knows us. We're a special case, and this is a special situation. Spooky language. Not to mention that good advice is often conservative and intended to maintain the status quo, something we generally do not like, which isn't apparently helpful for someone who wants to make a ruckus. Right. The person who needs advice might not actually want advice. This is number 3. The person who needs advice might not actually want advice. They might simply want reassurance. Reassurance that their instincts are right, that they and they alone are the ones that can make a difference. Of course, reassurance is futile because it needs consistent replenishment. But that doesn't keep this from being the biggest of the 3 categories. We don't have an advice shortage. We have a gap in selection and application. Okay, so why don't we take advice? Might not be good. Might be good for someone, but not us. And I'm not really looking for advice. I just want reassurances. So now, along with that, as a practical mind hack, Don't ask for people's opinion, ask for advice. If you ask for their opinion, they think they need to be critical. If you ask for their advice, they're going to help. Better yet, just ask for help. Boom. Okay, what a concept. Okay, thank you once again, Seth. So, we are not here to give you advice, but if we are giving you advice, it's get out of your stage 2 life, which is what? My life sucks. And if you think your life doesn't suck, maybe have a little bit of humility and go back and think a little bit differently. And I guess the question is, in what context, in what tribe are you in? We're in the Bible Study Fellowship, Iron Sharpens Iron, on Tuesday nights. That's a stage 4 tribe. We're great. But then people get out, they go home, and they have all of the problems they've always had. So, 16 minutes in. See, I just do that. How many people? Let's see. Jeannie says we need to leave about 7. Carl has surgery at 9. Ooh, gosh. Okay. Got it. It means I need to leave at about 7, probably. Okay, just in case, put the chain on the gate, put the lock on the chain, but do not lock the lock. Do not fix the lock so that it looks like it's locked, but when somebody gets out there in the truck, they can simply unhook the lock. Okay, and I will be there shortly thereafter. So this is just a fallback. When you leave, please do not lock the lock. Chain the chain, put the lock on the chain, have the gate closed, held by the unlocked lock. Okay, great. Jeannie says we'll be back later today for tonight. Well, I don't care about that. That's not of import at this moment in time. Okay, so boom. Yesterday was the only easy day. If you want to change. Never, ever, ever quit. It takes a decision that you want to change and then do it. If you actually decide to change, then do it. Embrace the suck. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And be more samurai. Be more samurai. Thank you, everyone. Sorry it took so long, 18 minutes. That's like a weekend time. And cut.